All right, let's talk about IT because everyone is trying to figure out where IT sector is headed next after the sharp 13-14% correction that we've seen just in the last 2 weeks. The question is there more pain ahead or is value finally emerging? So this is some brokerage views that we got earlier today. Now, UBS believes the sell-off may be a near-term overreaction, but they do warn that questions around long-term growth cannot be ignored. They're saying for Indian IT companies to defend growth will require IT companies to move beyond just pricing and delivery, and they have to move up the value chain. So now it's over to the IT companies to adapt. On valuations, they say the large caps are trading at 16, 21 times earnings, which is below historical averages. And even the valuations imply terminal free cash flow growth of just 4 to 6%. That said, so valuations are attractive, but they're still saying that there is a question mark on what the long-term growth will be. For UBS, in the near term, they see a gradually improving environment supported by macro tailwinds and rising AI readiness spending. Nomura, on the other hand, calls the current correction a front-loading of pain, where markets are pricing in the death of the old business models even before AI-led gains emerge. Valuations are now below the long-term average, and they believe the current dividend yield, free cash flow, could create a near-term floor. They're giving you 3 scenarios. Scenario number 1 is a very low growth environment where IT companies grow by 2 to 3%, maybe even no growth or negative. At that point, PE valuation multiples slip to 10 to 12x, which means massive derating if the IT companies grow at 2 to 3% or below. The second scenario is if growth gets back to the long-term averages, which is high single digits, 7, 8%. In that case, valuations stabilize near the early 20s. The bull case is that, these Indian IT companies become AI orchestrators, completely AI ready. And in that case, we're talking about, some PE re-rating. So I think the nutshell is from both UBS and Nomura is valuations are below the long-term average. But what we don't know right now is where the growth will settle for the Indian IT companies. If growth trends down due to disruption, there could be pain ahead. But if growth recovers as Indian IT companies pivot, reset, then perhaps there is value at this level. So that's the view coming through on IT now.
It's very interesting, Reema, and we'll track how they open up once again. Yesterday, of course, about 1/3% higher on the Nifty IT index after the recovery that we saw on Friday from the lows.